on 6:33 this morning, lawmakers will reveal more about a bipartisan bill to protect kids from harmful impacts of social media.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Schuler is live in our newsroom this morning. Olivia, good morning. What trends are we seeing that link social media to mental health?
Hey, Wendell, good morning. Well, many parents will tell you they've seen the negative side of social media firsthand. In fact, studies have shown social media usage could link to a mental health epidemic.
Lawmakers see that and want to protect kids' mental health and overall safety. One of the lawmakers backing the bill is Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy. He and 3 other lawmakers supporting the bill all have young children. According to the Washington Post, the bill would stop children under the age of 13 from having social media. The bill would also require parental consent for those 13 to 17 years old. A jarring study from the CDC found in 2022, 22% of all high school students reported they considered attempting suicide. That number is up 6% from a decade ago.
The presser on this legislation to protect kids from social media is taking place today at 10:20 this morning. More information on regulations and verifying users' ages will be released at that time. Reporting live in the newsroom, Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Olivia.